But the world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to like discern what's real and what's true. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I don't even like baby oil.
San Diego, just last month. Will Smith was speaking in front of thousands of fans at a special event. Everyone expected a heartfelt talk about his comeback after the slap at the Oscars. But no one expected what he said next would become the most talked about moment on Twitter overnight. He paused, looked into the crowd, and dropped a bomb. "I have nothing to do with Puffy." The room fell silent. Online, it exploded. Will continued, half frustrated, half exasperated. "I've got enough of my own problems. Don't drag me into someone else's chaos. I'm not part of any of that crazy stuff." It was clear, he was trying to distance himself from something big, something dark, something that, at the time, was threatening to consume the legacy of Sean Diddy Combs. Allegations of abuse, manipulation, and a powerful underground network reportedly under FBI investigation. But the internet never sleeps. Within hours, Twitter detectives had resurfaced old photos. Will and Diddy laughing together at the 2004 White Party, hosting charity events in Miami in 2006, and even video footage from a lavish birthday bash in the Bahamas. One insider said, "That party made Gatsby look like amateur hour." Clips of Will's statement went viral. On TikTok, parodies popped up left and right. One popular version has Will declaring, "I don't even know Puffy," while photos flash of him clinking champagne glasses beside Diddy. Major outlets chimed in, Entertainment Tonight, Rolling Stone, TMZ, all asking the same question. Is Will truly in the dark, or just trying to forget? That's when people started looking deeper. Just how long had they been friends? Was Will simply a guest, or did he know what was really happening behind the velvet curtain? If you think celebrity parties are just wine, DJs, and dancing, think again. In the upper crust of Hollywood, there's a type of gathering whispered about in hushed tones, the freak off. And no one threw them more extravagantly than Diddy himself. According to a former assistant who worked for Diddy for nearly a decade, these parties were tiered. Tier 1 was the public event. Media, influencers, guests. Tier 2. The after party. Invite only. Tier 3. The after party. Security rotations. Doors locked. A former bodyguard told a podcast, "My job every weekend was to haul cases of baby oil upstairs. One time I counted, over 1,200 bottles. Who needs that much oil unless you're filming something unusual?" A-list guests reportedly included Will Smith, Usher, Jamie Foxx, Cuba Gooding Jr., Justin Bieber, many of whom had long-standing ties to Diddy. A 2008 photo from Diddy's Hamptons estate shows Will beaming beside Diddy, both raising glasses in a palace-like setting. Candlelight, silk drapes, red wine, and a row of young models in the background, none appearing over 25. Rumor has it, before entering these parties, guests signed strict 12-page NDAs. Anyone who asked too many questions? Escorted out. And these aren't just rumors anymore. Following recent FBI raids, officials confirmed the seizure of surveillance footage, recording devices, and, you guessed it, over 1,000 bottles of lubricant. What's more unsettling? Multiple attendees claimed they woke up the next morning with foggy memories, missing belongings, and a disturbing sense that something had happened. One model's leaked voice memo said, "I went with some friends to Diddy's party. Next thing I know, I woke up in a strange place. My phone was gone. I had no idea what happened." So now, the question isn't, did these parties exist? It's, who was there? And why are they still silent? When fans hear the name Brisher Gray, aka Yaz the Greatest, they think of the young, charismatic star of Fox hit show Empire. He was the poster child for the American dream. Unknown today, star tomorrow. Behind the scenes? Two major figures reportedly helped launch him, Diddy and Will Smith. But that dream is unraveling. Brisher vanished for years, only to re-emerge not with a new project, but with a series of headlines. Domestic incidents, mental health struggles, erratic behavior. Many blamed the pressures of fame. But now, it may go deeper. Insider sources say Brisher is preparing to file a lawsuit against both Diddy and Will Smith, alleging manipulation, coercion, and exposure to a toxic environment masked as mentorship. One close friend claimed that after several mentorship sessions, Brisher came back visibly shaken. He once told me, "I can't get out. They used something on me." Musician and outspoken whistleblower Jaguar Wright went live, saying, "Brisher's not the only one. He's just the first willing to speak." So many young artists are brought into this system where mentorship is really just control. A podcast host revealed that before signing with Fox, Brisher was taken to a remote retreat outside LA. No phones, no press. What happened there remains a mystery. A source from inside said, Will and Diddy didn't have to force anyone. They created an environment where if you didn't comply, you disappeared. So the question now isn't just, was Brisher a victim? But how many others are still trapped, hidden behind the word mentorship? In Hollywood, sometimes it takes just one clip to bring an empire to its knees. In a shocking twist, a video allegedly showing Diddy in a physical altercation with his former partner, Cassie Ventura, in a hotel hallway was leaked to the media. Cassie, who spent nearly a decade in a relationship with Diddy, filed a lawsuit with serious claims, including abuse and manipulation, both physical and emotional. The video, which had initially been kept between lawyers and investigators, suddenly landed in the hands of the press. CNN, who confirmed they held the original copy, stated clearly, "This footage is authentic. It's unedited, time-stamped, and taken from the original source." Diddy's legal team fired back immediately, saying the clip was edited, dramatized, and taken out of context. They even petitioned the court to have it removed as evidence, claiming the original tape doesn't exist. CNN's response? "We have it, and we're prepared to submit it upon request." So the real question became, what's in that footage that would push a man as powerful as Diddy to panic? According to a federal prosecutor speaking on Fox News, this isn't just a case of domestic violence. If the footage is admitted, it could support claims that Diddy used intimidation and control, tactics often seen in trafficking investigations. And just when things seemed to hit rock bottom, an alleged former member of Anonymous entered the chat. This person claimed there were dozens more videos, stored by Diddy in a private archive that was flown out of the US via private jet. One insider told reporters, "The Cassie video is just the intro. There are recordings of private parties, where celebrities were unknowingly drugged, filmed, and later pressured into silence. And who allegedly appeared on guest lists for some of those invite-only events. You guessed it, Will Smith. There is no public evidence that Will took part in anything criminal. But his name showing up repeatedly in connection with certain high-level private gatherings has raised more than a few eyebrows. The question is no longer, are these tapes real? How many people knew about them and chose to stay silent? Will Smith, once considered Hollywood's most likable, charismatic, and dependable star, is now standing at a career crossroads. Nobody has forgotten the infamous Oscar slap in 2022. That one moment turned the Fresh Prince into one of the most polarizing figures in entertainment. But if that slap marked the end of Will's spotless image, then his recent comment, "I have nothing to do with Puffy," might be the beginning of something far more destructive. Why speak out now? Is it guilt, fear, or a calculated move to jump ship before it sinks? Either way, for many people, it came too late. The internet doesn't forget. In fact, it remembers everything. Photos from 2003 show Will clinking glasses with Diddy at a beachfront mansion in South Beach. Behind-the-scenes footage from a 2007 ad campaign shows the two laughing, calling each other brothers in business. In a 2011 interview on BET, Will openly thanked Diddy for teaching him how to own the room. Then there are the whispers, rumors that were once dismissed as celebrity gossip. Stories about Will and Jada being invited to a private meeting with Jennifer Lopez while she was dating Diddy. Some even say Diddy was upset after Will supposedly got too close to J.Lo at an afterparty, sparking tension that nearly turned physical backstage. And it gets creepier. In a 2019 talk show appearance, Diddy once joked, "I used to trust Will more than anyone. Then I realized, he's got some secrets of his own." The audience laughed. But now, that line feels less like a joke, and more like a warning. Online, fans have started dissecting Will's recent statement. His nervous laugh. His tense posture. The way he awkwardly added, "I don't even like baby oil." It sounded like a throwaway joke, until people remembered what investigators reportedly found in Diddy's storage rooms. One veteran entertainment journalist commented, "This isn't just a man denying involvement. This is a man trying to erase an entire chapter of his life." But the problem is, people already read that chapter. So instead of calming the public, Will's denial has only added fuel to the fire. Now the question isn't, is Will Smith guilty? But rather, how much does he know, and how long has he stayed quiet?